space. With that as a preamble, I'll jump straight into the prize cycle and the eligibility and all of that stuff because that's what everybody wants to hear. So the prize will officially commence in February 2026, and with a call for entries um, running up until April of 2026. But what's happening is that the announcement goes out now. So if you have an idea for a film, you can start working on it right now. Official call will be made in February, but you can start working now. Um, this 3-month window will provide ample time for submission of short documentary films completed between April 2024 and April 2026. Right. So what we're doing is that because this is sort of like the inaugural edition, I want to give a chance to everyone. If you made a film this year or you made a film last year, it's still eligible. Yeah. So, however, this prize is only open to non-fiction films, documentary films, right? So, if Uncle Sam is in the room, so if you have a film where Dr. Sam is in it with Peter Dominic and Richard Mofeta Major, it's a great film, but it won't qualify. It has to be non-fiction. It's a documentary. And it has to be 20 minutes and under, right? So we're not asking for feature films. And we hope that, the hope really is that when these films, even as they pass through the Nigeria Prize for Creative Arts, they can also have a life after that. They can go to festivals across the world and they can play. And so we're also designed in such a way that it's also eligible to play in international film festivals. Our hope is that the film that passes through this can go play hopefully at Sundance or at Venice, Updike, Sheffield, wherever. It will be a thing of pride to us, So that's for that. And it's eligibility age 18 to 35, so I can't apply, unfortunately. Quite a few people here. I see some young people here, so maybe they are eligible. But for the older folks, look for someone young and tell the person go apply. You can play that advisory role. But they have to be Nigerians. I guess domiciled anywhere in the world, but you have to be Nigerian. And obviously, the reason for keeping it within this age bracket is to also reaffirm Nigeria Nlng's commitment to empowering young voices. They are the ones that are going to carry the torch. So this is the time to start to encourage them and empower them and tell them that your voice can be heard. Empowering the next generation of storytellers who will define how we are seen. So what we've also sort of like decided is that every year there will be a theme, and so the theme for this particular cycle is on identity. It's very important that any film that you're presenting, right, is thematically compliant, if that's the thing, the phrase. So this year's theme, identity, invites Nigerian filmmakers to use the genre of documentary film to explore who we are as individuals, communities, and cultures, and how that shapes the way we see the world. The prize is interested in stories that reflect on belonging, transformation, heritage, and self-definition, whether they're personal, social, political, artistic, or spiritual. Your film might examine how identity is formed, questioned, celebrated, or even lost. There's no single interpretation we're looking for. Identity can be as intimate as a personal portrait or as expansive as a collective story. It can be expressed through place, language, faith, memory, gender, or something entirely different. What matters the most is authenticity, how your documentary captures the truth of what identity means in your chosen context. So we're not putting you in a box. We give you the theme, go out there and explore, and come up with your own interpretation. And that's really what matters, right? It's about finding your voice, as a filmmaker. And this prize is encouraging you to go out there, find your voice, and then bring that to us. And hopefully the world will get to see it. So when the formal call for entries goes out in February, there will be an exhaustive, comprehensive list of all the other criteria and how you must But for now, these are sort of like headline bullet points that everyone should bear in mind. So the call for entries will clearly outline eligibility criteria, submission requirements, and the values the prize seeks to promote. Each entry will include a short artistic statement articulating the thought process and story behind the film, the compliance with eligibility limits, including age, nationality, length of film, theme, and year of completion. And again, like we said, only short documentaries of no more than 20 minutes will be accepted. These entries will be judged using robust and transparent metrics designed to ensure excellence and fairness. And following the call for entries, the adjudication process will unfold in several phases, including a long list, a short list, background checks, and then it all culminates in the announcement of the winner in October 26th at Nlng's Grand Award night, which is usually like it's the highlight of the October month. It's a really big deal, So documentary filmmakers, we can have our own version of the Oscars. Yeah, I think that's going to be really cool. Yeah, and so the timeline ensures that every stage from evaluation to final announcement is conducted with fairness, objectivity, and broad public engagement. So, with the permission of the advisory board, our boss, so we have to pay homage to them. I'm pleased to unveil the judges for the inaugural cycle. The judging panel will be chaired by Dr. Sam Dede. So if you don't mind, please stand up.
Please, come on, it's Dr. Sam Dede, come on. Yeah, thank you.
So Dr. Sam Dede is a veteran actor, a director. That's what a lot of us know about him. But I think really what he brings to the value that he brings to something like this is that he's also a teacher, and he's been teaching film for about 3 decades now, over 3 decades now. So I think that's the huge value that he brings to something like this, in being able to sort of like say, okay, what makes this film worth watching. So we're very, very honored to have him with us. He'll be joined by Aderonke Adeola, an award-winning film director, historian, and scriptwriter, producer, whose documentary Awani won the UNESCO Prize at the 2019 African Film Festival. I don't think Awani is not here with us. And then there's George Uguja. So renowned film producer, and has delivered high-quality work for international organizations, including Higher Biomedical, the UN, and Plan International. George, please, do you mind standing up to recognize So during the judging period, there will also be opportunities for engagement and interaction, public engagement and interaction with the long listed work. So we're thinking about when we sort of like have the long list. So when the entries close in April, there will be sort of like a judging process, and then towards the end of that, there will be a long list that would have been selected, and there will be an opportunity for the public to engage with those works and with the filmmakers as well. I think that's also pretty cool that we can do that. And thank you again to Nlng for being very open to these interesting ideas of how, because films are meant to be seen. You don't make films to put them in your hard drive. So every opportunity that we get as filmmakers to show our films is great. And whoever gives us that platform or that opportunity, I think needs to be thanked. So please, if you don't mind, a round of applause for Nigeria. So entries will be evaluated against globally recognized standards, aligning with the benchmarks used by international film festivals. The judging criteria will focus on storytelling, craft, originality, production quality, creativity, and overall impact. I mean, one thing I'm going to say here is that when it comes to people who know me, know that I really, really love docs, and I'm really, really tough with how I view docs. So Nlng is known for fairness and excellence and integrity. That's fantastic. I can't stand a bad film. It's really that simple. And so we will do our best to ensure that this challenges young filmmakers to think outside the box, push yourself to the limit, And so it is, again, I've said it 1,000 times now, this is a great opportunity for all of us, and we will use it wisely. So all relevant details, submission links, criteria, and updates will be available on the official prize website, www.thenigeriaprizes.org. I was just thinking about another www. Maybe start laughing now. No, .com. That's at the top. So as a filmmaker, I can confidently say that this is a defining moment. I really call on all filmmakers to seize this opportunity. Participate, create, tell your story, show the world who we are. This is our first foray into this. It's an incredible opportunity. Again, like I said, there's no one who's giving out this kind of prize money to documentary filmmakers in Nigeria, that's for sure. So, we're really, really thankful, and I wish the judges and our advisory board and everyone else involved, Godspeed. Let's really hope that we can do something that we can look back on and say, yes, we contributed to really making an impact in Nigeria's documentary filmmaking space. Thank you very much.